on nature, not just the landscaping or terrace gardening related subjects. It's actually a best opportunity for me to, for the first time, share with most of them are ladies, and actually the revolution should start from there. So we all talk about greenery, beauty of nature, the pollution, the global warming. Somewhere we are missing on the action part. Somewhere we should begin this. So this idea actually clicked to me when I was an advocate, reluctantly practicing in Bangalore and other places. So I shifted my journey from the advocacy to greenery. So I had the opportunity of having my younger brother as a horticulturist in Hyderabad. He was working for one of the central government organizations, and he told that you can come down, you can start here, I train. These are my best guide. So technically, even nowadays also I keep taking his advices. What I mean to say is, this is not the complete job, getting into the greenery business or getting into such a field, a lovely field where you will definitely enjoy most of the time. And I hope you get into this, you won't get the modern diseases, the so-called rich diseases like BP, sugar. I don't think you will get it, all that. So this is the best opportunity for me to just share my ideas on those parts also. So I just wanted brief about what exactly the concept of nature and how actually we have been evolved since 10,000 years, from 10,000 years. So what is actually that has degraded our nature, forestation, and is it the greed or need? Is it the happiness or the comfort? What actually went wrong? Is it the development only? Because I just want to share some ideas. So can you go to the next? So very word nature has come from the Latin word called nasi. It means it's a creation. Nasi means creation. Creation is always a happiness. It's a profound happiness. Creation means a profound happiness. So the nature very word has come from such a word. That's why it's called as a mother nature. So we have been all these days just talk about the mother nature, but actually have we treated the nature like a mother? This is the question. So it was doing very well till the creation of a human being. Till that period, the nature mother was so happy, vibrant. But when the creation of a human being, when man came to existence, then all the problems started. Especially after we became very intelligent. So this is the problem. So next. So what happened next? See, actually man started hunting for food. So he had to employ certain animals and create his own arrows, some weapons. From there, for food procurement, he had started something. Then the greed started. Where exactly problem started is when he started employing or training some animals, and from that day, this started, especially after 19th century. See, man started from need to greed. So he was after finding the happiness, where he has not found that happiness. So actually it is not happiness that actually required. by spoiling Mother Nature, we won't get a problem. So that is the reason man did not stop just for eating or clothing or being happily, but he started looking for a comfortable and luxurious life. That's where all the problems in the day of development is all started. So the movement started because of seeking comfort, where there is no border for the feeling of comfort. So can we imagine that by spoiling our own Mother Nature, survive? We all know that no, we cannot survive. But still, we are after comfort, exploiting the nature and not contributing to the nature. So, in the pursuit of happiness, we have moved away from the nature. We were in the nature, part of the nature, middle of the nature. We were very, very happy, but we have moved away, seeking happiness and comfort. So, this feeling of evolution of a civilization, seeking for a luxury, is the main problem for all the today's situation. So, this, while in the seeking the luxury, we have lost the balance in between the living and nature and the human being. So next, I had a small video. I was not able to download it.
Okay.
So actually, we started changing the face of our nature. We all thought that we should have these kind of trees in a specific place. This has to be like this. We started, instead of learning from the nature, teaching the nature. So there it's another problem where we so-called intelligent people have spoiled the Mother Nature. So instead of maintaining the balance, we have actually defaced the nature by our own ideas and living the way of living. So we have all in a revolution of or seeking a happiness or a comfort, we have spoiled the nature. So is it possible, to recover the lost glory of Mother Nature? It is possible. It is very much possible. It is not too late out. So how it can be done? Next. How it can be done?
Next one.
Next. So how it has to be done should be understood by understanding the trees, basically the part of the tree. A tree is a part of our nature. We have to understand why tree is so important. So World Health Organization has made one list. It has employed so-called scientists, horticulturists, and people, and found out if a tree survives for 50 years, what is the benefit that is going to give to humanity? So they have found out, listed how much oxygen it generates, how much erosion, soil erosion, it controls soil erosion. Like that they have estimated if a tree survives for 50 years, it is worth 35 lakhs. It is giving the benefit to the tune of 35 lakhs to the humanity. So why not we understand better trees? It is not only the money that generates, but it is the worth of that value is given to the humanity, its survival, comfort, and living. Not only humanity, the whole it gives a lot of space for animals, birds, and so on. So I just want to concentrate more than the larger word called nature. I want to concentrate and give you the importance of trees to the human life. So I have listed certain benefits As you know, a tree is the main source of oxygen. So it is estimated that if at all 10 trees, very healthy 10 trees, can give oxygen for 10 people, one tree can give oxygen for 10 people for a whole year. One tree can give oxygen for 20 people for a whole year. This is one such an important nature of the tree. And nearly half of all known species live in forest, including 80% of the biodiversity of land. So that variety is especially rich in a tropical rainforest. These trees play a very important role, in the biodiversity. And actually trees have given, there are about 300 million people live in forest worldwide, and including estimated 60 million people depend on the forest. So even the plants or trees will keep you and earth cool. They keep us cool, especially in urban India nowadays. If at all you get into any park, you will find the difference between the outer space and inside the park. There will be 1 or 2 degree Celsius less, heat. So these are the reason for giving you the, such a cool weather atmosphere. Next week. So you all know that they attract trees, they attract rain, and they will hold soil for a longer time, and they even make the soil, convert the soil into a good soil, and they stop flooding. When there is a slopy river land, if the trees are there, they actually stop soil erosion and control the speed of that flood. So these are the advantages, some of the advantages of the trees. So even they block the wind. This is very much important. See, a lot of the, it is estimated that about 20% of the crops are spoiled by heavy winds in some or other time in India. So wherever the huge trees are grown on the borders of your land, they give multiple benefits. They attract birds. In turn, attracts, the birds will eat away your insects in the land, farming land, and there are less diseases to the farming. And even they stop heavy wind so that your crop is not wasted. This is a major advantage. And one more thing is, near the forest, the difference of growing system is different. See, one tree, suppose, can spread across its leaves not less than half an acre. If a tree, one tree is having your land, most of it is a foliage land, it will give a half an acre of a cooling effect to the land by its leaves, and it creates certain humidity. Humidity is good for any plant. So you will find a healthier crop near the forest area than in a ಬಯಲುಸೀಮೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ there will be a better crop. So trees will block the wind and give such a environment for the proper growth. So actually our forefathers lived on the trees, their barks, their rooting system, leaves to control or cure their diseases. So they work as a medicine also. So the most of the people, 1.6 billion people in the world rely on forest for their livelihood. This has given a huge employment in the world. Next. We'll go next.
Okay.
So now actually active responsibility can make nature resplendent again. So these are what I have analyzed here, how important is a tree to and how actually conservation should happen, and how planting trees around home and maintaining them, how it helps. So one point other day I was discussing with some civil engineers forum. They objected for planting a tree or a coconut tree or any other tree at home because the rooting system will spoil the compound wall or building. Actually, after that we had a lunch problem at our fast. I told them practically I will show you in my farm how actually it protects your compound wall. If at all you take a small care. So it is like suppose you have a compound wall, after 1.5 meter you plant a tree. They say after 10 years it will definitely, you will find a crack. It's common, you will find a crack. But how to plant and see that even crack doesn't appear? That nobody has thought. The simple system, like when you dig a pit, you have to give a sand support to the other side with some rockery, some butters. You just have to keep to the compound wall side some pebbles used off, and then in between that dug space and your rock, you fill it with sand of 4 inch. See, when the plant grows, the tendency of the root is, it's a very tender root. When it hits a rock, it will take a turn and finds a space actually where there is a free space for it. So when it takes a turn, so when it grows, the root will definitely expand to 4 inch, 6 inch, whatever. So this sand and soil are like a sponge. It will not create a pressure on the compound wall so that you will not find any crack. So 8 years ago when you constructed my house, I went for a swimming pool. Both the sides there were huge mango trees. So we planned only together the same method follow. Even after 10 years, no crack. My swimming pool is perfect. Same with our mango trees. So this is how we have to maintain and plant the trees at home. But maybe you have to be specific about what kind of a tree and what is the purpose of a tree that you want to plant at your home.
Excellent.
Now again, when it comes as a responsible person, what are the things that we can adopt to conserve the nature? These are the common things that already you must be knowing. As sir told, there will be a knowledge and again something spread across through WhatsApp or this thing. See, we have to just take various steps like conservation of water, which is very important for the survival of human life. Now there is a rain. We are not talking much in a Facebook or a WhatsApp or in media that conservation of water is very much important. But 2 months ago we were all talking about importance of water, and because there was a scarcity, we talk only when there is a scarcity as a problem. But it is the right time that we take care, conservation activities, so that is helpful in the future. There is a natural system, when man becomes too much of an indigent. Before that, there was a natural balance. Like we had only wells, we had only lakes, we had some streams. The problem was when it rains, our wells used to get the water, our the lakes used to get the water, and animals, human beings, everyone we were enjoying the water. So what we thought is to breed. For a bit, let us take 2 crops in a year, 3 crops in a year, let us have a water, then we started the concept of digging a borewell. So there is no recharging. We have lost all the lakes, we have lost all the wells, but we have only borewells, but there is no facility for the borewells to recharge. The rainwater is just rolling out and there is no conservation of water through lakes or wells. So So that's how we lost the groundwater. So it is the time now, let us take up conservation activities like, at home you can have a small pit where in one direction bring the water, so recharge your borewells. It's very easy and it has been practiced for the first time in Hyderabad. I have witnessed during Chandrababu Naidu's period. The Hyderabad is built on hillocks. It's a called, you must be knowing Banjara areas. You must be all hillocks. It's a dry area. It's a Deccan plateau. So people were facing a huge water problem. Actually, he is the best person who implemented before Narendra Modi's ideas. He brought all such new ideas and implemented. Among one was the water conservation activity. He made it compulsory that there has to be water conservation pit, water harvesting pit. Even roof water harvest should be harvested. He got this concept compulsory, and existing houses have to adopt, as well as the new houses they have to. Then only completion certificate was to be issued. This has been practiced for the third year onwards. All their borewells recharged. Even I was staying in a Jubilee. Borewells are recharged, and we had no water scarcity for some time. Again, the governments have changed. There was again a lapse of such a movement canvas. So again, there is a problem. But it has to be a continuous activity. It should not be a just one-time job and then you forget it. So second is use less fossil fuel-based products. It's possible. The third is change your travel habits. Maybe we use a lot of vehicles nowadays. You can see the pollution and its bad effects, and because of our modern living methods, we have losing so many the natural comforts. The very important thing is these three things, like buy locally grown products. It helps in too many ways, like the transportation. We are burning unnecessarily diesel and petrol. If at all you start buying locally produced product, transportation, whatever is being transported from one place to other place can be reduced. So it is beneficial to the nature or environment. Then composting. See, it again comes to a at home activity. The composting is very much important and it is very easy method. And you will definitely appreciate that it is such a small activity we could not do all these days. It can be done with one just bin where you just throw your,
waste.
Yeah, organic waste and convert it to very good compost, which in turn helps to grow certain vegetables or something like that activity at home. So it actually reduces pollution. It reduces a lot of, we throw unnecessarily, the people collect it, they take it to some place, throw it somewhere else, and it spreads again into a lot of diseases. Our systems are like that. It is not being used. Actually, it is the, main source of energy, very rich, and it, whole city can be developed with the same compounds which have been grown there to protect the environment in the city. Our planners are so, such a, I don't want to blame the system again that the politicians or administrators because of their own constraint, creating old plant, they abuse it. But now let us stop sending that outside. Let us make a compost at home. Use it for the purpose of growing vegetables at home. For the purpose of, creating so many other activities like, suppose you have a small terrace, you can grow not less than 10 varieties of daily useful vegetables. Most of 50% of your needs will be met with 20 pots only. If at all there are 2 plus 2 at home. This is possible, it is proven system. And again, I am coming to the same policy, reduce, reuse, recycle, and that thing. But main thing is, let us join environment groups. Now, the Vibrant India is one of the such groups. Last time when I came, I understood through Harshavardhan a lot of medical cases which are unheard by major organizations in the city. So, by joining such group only we come to know such things. It is better in case we want to turn our heads to better living, creating a better environment for us, for our children, for our street, for our city. I think it is better to have some environment group. We all should join there, contribute whenever we have some time or space. And again, these are the things like stop littering, protect wildlife, educate others on the importance of such damaging the nature, etc. So, as I said, these are the main activities. Charity begins at home and it goes to for nature more than ever. Saving forests, rivers, seas, and obviously it should start at home. Then street, then state, then nation, finally next. So how nature first can do something? Because 4 years ago when I came back from Hyderabad, I thought I can do something in the city because it's growing. And for the first time I think after 4 years I got this opportunity to meet you all. Though I have been to lot of charity works and other works, but I had no opportunity to start it practically. How to start it practically because of the, again, engagements. So, through our organization, what all I can do, it's all like sir says, it's in association with Vibrant India. It's a free of cost to say we can take them together. So, I want to explain regarding that thing. Yeah. My organization, I will just speak about my organization. We started it 23.